Hello everyone, Humphrey here with Router Gods, and we have a new webcam and a microphone setup. What I've done is I've taken the Logitech C920 webcam, which is an awesome webcam. I've clamped it onto a microphone stand to give it some height, and to get it even more height, to raise it to eye level, so the lens is the same level as my eyes. I've put it on a desktop monitor stand, so it's kind of a wonky setup, and if I move the table a little bit, you can see that the webcam probably shakes. There we go, webcam shakes. But we'll see how it goes for this video and future videos. And for the lighting, I've changed it, so I've put my Costco LED lights, kind of raised it up a bit. So now you can see in the background with this monitor, this big ass TV behind me, that the light is just behind. It looks like it's behind this monitor, but what's actually happening is I've got another set of monitors in front of me, and it's blocking the direct beam of the light. So hopefully that works a little better. I actually kind of like that effect. It almost looks like that TV is glowing. Now, as far as the microphone, I'm using my trusted Yeti USB microphone, an awesome microphone. In the last 4 or 5 videos, you've seen me use the Logitech USB headset. Actually, it's this guy right here. Definitely a decent headset. If that's all you got, then it's perfectly fine. But if you want to punch up your audio quite a bit, get it to pro level, then this Yeti is pretty awesome. Now, one thing I'm a little concerned about is I haven't used the Yeti in kind of this off to the side configuration. This is almost at a 90-degree angle to my mouth. Usually I like to have the Yeti kind of at a 45 or even directly in front. So not sure how that's going to work out, but I'll check later on the sound levels. So to keep this somewhat technical, we have got going to give you a couple tips here. So people ask me about USB flash drives. How do I keep track of what's on them, and how do I not lose them? So those are two big things, because as you can see, I'm going to bring out a couple of USB drives. Some of you know, like, this kind of form factor USB drive, this holds 128 gigs. Like, holy cow, that's pretty awesome, right? But they get even smaller. We've got something like this SanDisk right here. This is microscopic. I don't think you can get any more smaller than this. And this form factor is meant so you can pop it into a laptop, and it just barely sticks out. Like, only this part will stick out. And you can just leave it on, throw your laptop in your backpack, and just kind of forget about it. So these are awesome. One thing to keep in mind if you get these, don't use this as kind of a regular drive. Just use it for your ISOs and your install CDs or DVDs, because these get really insanely hot. So like burn your fingers hot. So don't use these for your regular drives. All right, so how do you keep track of what's on these things if you have a lot of them? Well, what I do is I put a number with a permanent marker. I put a number on each one. So this one is number 1. I've got several of them. This one's a number, put a number 2 on here. And then what I do is I use what's called a boogie board. The boogie board is kind of like this temporary writing pad. You can see I can write there. Now, temporary, because if I hit this button up here, it's going to blast out everything. Now, I'm not going to do that because I've got all my Linux ISO information here, but as I update these USB sticks, then I'm going to update, I'm going to nuke out the pad here and then write some new information. It does come with a kind of like a pen or stylus, but you don't really need this. You could use your fingertip if you want. And this is really useful. I actually keep one of these in my car in the visor, because when I'm traveling around, if I have a cell phone, and of course you're going to pull over to the side if you're going to talk on your cell phone, but I'm always on calls and stuff like that, and I need to write down temporary information like the address of the place I'm trying to get to, phone numbers, that type of stuff. So this is very handy to keep in the car. Now, as far as keeping your USB sticks organized so you don't lose them, just get yourself, go to Bed Bath & Beyond, go to Home Depot, go to like a fishing store or something like that. Get yourself a plastic, like a jewelry box or a little plastic box with lots of these little dividers. And this way you can keep all of your micro SD cards, your SD cards, and your USB drives in one consistent place. And then if you need to travel, you just chuck this in your backpack and you're ready to rock. All right, so that was it using our new webcam, lighting, and microphone setup. Hopefully this turns out well. Let me know in the comments if the quality is up to your standards, and we'll do more of these videos later.